Well, tonight's comedian took a very unusual career path from executive vice president of a Fortune 500 company to stand-up comedy. Now, that is pretty funny all in itself. He has worked with stars like Sinbad, Steve Harvey, Rob Schneider, and the Mighty Clouds of Joy. Would you please welcome the very funny, clean comedy of Deno Posey.
How's everybody feeling? Well, don't y'all just look fantastic. Well, I got to tell you, Happy New Year to everybody. I, for one, am glad 2022 is over. What a challenging year. We still had some remnants of COVID going on. We still had high crime. Interest rates were popping up like new toast. Things were going crazy, and so I decided it's time to get my affairs in order. So I don't mind telling you, my wife and I have been married 62 years. Now that's 31 for her, 31 for me. And so we decided after all this time that it's time to get a will. How many folks have y'all got a will? Has everybody got a will? Get a will. Did you know that only a third of Americans have a will? So we decided to get a will, get everything straightened out, lined up, and let me tell you, we went to the attorney's office and we stayed there for hours. We got a will, we got a living will, we got a trust, we got clauses, we were separating all of our stuff. And the reason you want to get a will is because you don't want your relatives that are left fighting over stuff that you didn't want anymore anyway, or stuff that you're still paying for. So we got it all situated, and after we got it all worked out, we went home and my wife sat down and we were talking. I said, you know what, sweetheart, that was such a daunting task. It was so much work, so much stuff to keep up with that. You know, I really hope that I die before you do because it's just too much to keep up with. And she looked at me very tenderly and grabbed me by the hand and she said, you know what, I hope you die before I do too. Let's pray about that. I said, you know what? That doesn't sound right to me. She said, well, you said you wanted to be a better Christian, so you said you want to be like Jesus, so you can go and prepare a place for me. I said, I don't know. We've got 4 kids and 8 grandkids, and so we're trying to take care of them and make sure that they're situated. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not one of these free-range parents. I don't believe that my kids are my friends. Anybody that I'm still paying for stuff for, we're not friends. If I'm paying for your cell phone, your car insurance, your car note, rent, college internet, we're not friends. You can tell these free-range parents. You ever been on your way to work or school or whatever, and you see a little girl standing on the bus stop, she got on a pair of soccer cleats, a ballerina skirt, a motorcycle jacket, and a tiara? She's got free-range parents at home. She does. They let her decide what she's gonna do. So I don't do that. If I'm still paying for anything for my kids, then no, we can't be friends. And I'm gonna tell you this, I got grandkids and grown kids. Grown kids are more expensive than grandkids. I've got a son, we live in a little small town in Alabama, and he says, Dad, they say I'm behind a month on my rent. I said, well, how much do they say you behind? Because I need to know who they is in the first place. He said, well, they say I'm behind $2,800. I said, well, they a lie. Because we live in a small town in Alabama, and if it's $2,800, that's several months' rent in Alabama where we live. And so, grandkids, easy problems. I can take them to the Dollar General, and I can fix all their problems with one trip to the Dollar General. I grab one basket, I tell them to pick the biggest 3 things they can. I'm out of there for $10. I'm done. I'm good. I'm very good. Thank you very much. I don't know that we're gonna have a whole lot to leave them anyway because, like, we spent all of our money when they were growing up. Like in high school, there was band and football, and then they went off to college, and that was expensive. And I told my kids when you go to college, I said, listen, I don't care what you major in college. You can be whatever you want to be. I don't care. Listen, one of 2 things is going to happen. One, you're either going to love it so much that you're going to be very good at it, and you're going to make a lot of money. Or 2, you're going to love it so much that you won't care that you don't make a lot of money. So, after spending $325,000 sending 2 kids to college, I've got a retail store manager, and I got somebody that works at the Starbucks coffee shop. When I really paid for a chemical engineer and an accountant. That's what I paid for. I think I ought to be getting a refund. That's what I'm thinking. I should be getting a refund. But I also, I just think that, we should just get them the stuff that they want. And so my wife and I have been having a good time just spending their inheritance and letting them know. They're like, we went to Vegas and we gambled in Vegas and we lost, but we sent them pictures of all the money that we were losing in the casino, like, this could have been yours. We went to Miami, we had a good time, we ate at restaurants we can't even really afford, and then sent them copies of the receipts and said, see, this could have been yours. So we're not gonna leave a whole lot, but I'm happy for him. I had a son, the one good thing out of this, I had a son that actually played at the University of Alabama during the national championship, 2 national championships. And, but don't let me get y'all, well, you can clap for that, thank you. But I don't wanna confuse you. I said he played at Alabama, but he didn't play football. He was just down there playing like, my dad is paying for all of this. I'm having a good time. Y'all have been an absolutely fantastic audience. Thank y'all so much.
All right. Deno, that was great.
Thank you very much.
There's a whole bunch of us here that can relate to those stories about your family. I gotta find out, how on earth did you go from being a bank executive to a comedian? Most bank executives I know, they're just not that funny.
Hold on, the bank doesn't know I'm here.
Oh, okay.
No, I actually got into comedy probably about 16 years ago, doing some contests, and was very good and very clean. And actually, one of our former CEOs walked up to me one day and he said, I hear one of our senior leaders is doing stand-up comedy. I said, I don't know who it is, but I'll find him for you. But it's been a great ride.
We're so excited to have you here. Thank you for coming. I hope people will follow Deno Posey on social media. You know what's even better? Book him for your event. You see, he's funny, so book him for your event. How to do that? If you go to Huckabee.tv, we will connect you. Hey, thanks for sticking around. Since you made it here to the end, that must mean you liked the video. So you might as well subscribe and hit that notification bell below. But if you really hated it, just click the like button 3 times.